Good evening. How is everyone? I love crowd participation, something that I don't get on the first day of class. But I want to welcome you all to the second annual PVCC pinning ceremony for the Pharmacy Technician Program. Thank you so much for coming out to support the students in this last feat of their journey of becoming a pharmacy technician. This evening, we will have welcoming remarks from our Dean of Health and Life Sciences, Jean Chappelle. And then we will have a student speaker who will come to you to give, some snippets of our experience over the last 3 semesters, which will be given by Amanda Smallwood. And then following that, I will give a speech on the significance of PENS, presentation, and some other awards this evening. So again, thank you so much for coming to support our students from the Pharmacy Technician Program. And now we will have Dr. Chappelle.
You can call me anything, you know that. Well, I have to tell you, I am so excited because I looked over there and I saw like my favorite pharmacy tech in the whole wide world who works at Kroger's. And you're always pleasant, you are always nice. When I ask the stupidest questions or forget my Kroger's card, you're like right on it with the nicest expression. And I personally thank you for that. And I have to tell you, that is it's the best part of my job, is that I can go out into the community and I see my students. And they're doing great. And they're doing great things. And they're helping people. They're helping me in my craziness when I'm sick or my family's sick or my cats are sick or whatever. They're there to help me. And that's what it's like, really, to be part of a healthcare community. And I just thank you for that, and it just that's my inspirational moment. But on behalf of the faculty and staff of Piedmont Virginia Community College, I want to add my voice of congratulations to the successful completion of the Pharmacy Tech program. It's tough, I know, but now, breathe. This has been an incredible journey. For many of you, this road has not been easy. There's been lots of challenges. Some of you are single parents. Some of you are working while you're taking classes. Some students have unexpected illnesses or family emergencies that draw them away from their studies in the most inopportune times. But nonetheless, despite these challenges, you're here. You're a success. You've done a great job. And for that, you should be proud. Your commitment, your persistence, and in some cases, just your stubborn resolve not to give up is what kept you on that journey's path and got you to where you are today. We've all heard the expression that it takes a village. Well, in regards to your success, this is true. Your village community is certainly comprised of your family and your friends, your classmates who have all supported you through this journey. I have to say that my friends that I went through in clinicals with more than 20 years ago, we still keep in contact. Instead of sharing baby pictures, though, we spend grandchildren pictures or grand dog pictures. So you'll never lose those connections with these friends that are now that you're working with. There were some tough times in the journey, and there's been some smooth. You are aware of all of these folks that helped you, but you may not be aware of some of the other village community that helped you along the way. Folks like Gina Shiflett, our administrative assistant, who helped with all the paperwork associated with your admissions. There's our dear Elise Walsh, who helps with our compliance, making sure that your criminal background checks, your immunizations, and everything are in line so that your time at clinicals can go smoothly. These folks are dedicated. They are committed to you and to your path and to make sure that we can do whatever we need to do in order to make this journey run smoothly. It really does take a village. There's an African saying that goes something like this: many small people in many small places doing many small things can make great changes. These are not small people. You are not a small person, but the great impact that they have on your life is a dedication to how committed they are to you. Now it's your turn. Healthcare is above all a service occupation. We choose a career, and I say we because that includes me too still, because we want to help people and serve people and our community and in the world. The many small changes that each of us make can result in very big changes for many people. As you move from student to a working professional, reflect on how you can make one small change in your world, in your neighborhood, or even in just your workplace to make it a better place. Changing one life can really change the world. As healthcare professionals, you already know the truth of what Albert Einstein said over 50 years ago. Only a life lived for others is a life worth living. Congratulations again on the end of your journey and the beginning of a whole new one. Most of all, thank you sincerely for choosing Piedmont as part of your journey. Thank you again and congratulations.
We'll now have our student speaker, Amanda Smallwood. Oh, sorry, Miss Smallwood. Just to let you all know, when students started my program, I always address them by their last name, Mr. and Mrs., to show a sign of respect, a respect for them to be a student, to continue their education, but just a respect in general. So sometimes I find myself calling them by their first name, and it's very uncomfortable for me because I normally call them Mr. or Mrs. So your student speaker for this occasion is Miss Smallwood.
We are gathered here today to honor and celebrate your loved ones, which I can proudly say are the graduates of the 2017 Pharmacy Technician Program at Piedmont Virginia Community College, and will soon receive their national certifications as pharmacy technicians. I won't put you to sleep with a terribly long speech, but I would like to say a few words before we continue with the pinning. On behalf of the entire class, I'd like to say that this program has been a very rewarding experience. We encouraged many trials and tribulations, but we continued climbing the proverbial stairs in order to reach another milestone in our lives. This achievement comes with a guarantee of lifetime learning experience, career advancement, and life enrichment. We'd like to thank our families, our friends, and foremost, our wonderful teacher, Miss Crystal Green, for being patient and dedicated to our success in this program. I was informed that the word commencement means beginning. So while this pinning represents the end of our schooling in this program, it also represents the beginning of a new phase in our lives. So let's usher in the next chapter of our lives, knowing full well what our hard work and our perseverance can achieve. Congratulations to the 2017 graduates.
All right, congratulations again. This day has definitely come sooner than anticipated. When we start on the first day of class, I always tell students that this experience will fly by, and literally we started August 25th, 2016, and here we are, August 2nd, 2017, at the end of your journey. So I want to say congratulations. You have made it to the end. After 2 semesters of didactic and simulation courses and 1 semester of clinical rotations consisting of being on your feet for 25 plus hours a week, we have arrived to the pinning ceremony. Our relationship began, again, on August 23rd, 2016. On that day, I told you this journey will go by quickly. There would be some slow points, but the time will fly by. I always tell the students that in our information session, and definitely on the first day, that this journey is not alone. I'm with them from day 1 to now and even beyond. You all fell right in line with how previous students conduct themselves during the first semester. Many quiet class sessions and hesitation to ask or answer questions. Perhaps you warmed up a little quicker than the first cohort, but at the end, the beginning always kind of starts off a little slow. Although you are not the first cohort, you are still very special in your own right. I want to say thank you for having patience with me over this last year as I was putting together and preparing for our ASHP accreditation. That took a lot of patience on your part, a lot of, some will say, mindless days on Ms. Green's part, and some glitches with Blackboard. But you all were patient with me, and I greatly appreciate that because it was not necessarily an easy task. Your support through the process meant very much, and it's something that I'll carry with me after this. Even though you all are adults, I look at you as my pharmacy technician children. The first day of clinicals is like the first day of kindergarten. Your success is my success. In the classroom, my hope is not only for you to become great pharmacy technicians, but to develop into a better version of yourself. We all have had room to grow, and with that, we have had to face trials and valleys, but today, we are on the top of the mountain. Looking back over our time together, I can say we had some good times. It seems as though many of our conversations were about food, perhaps initiated by myself, talking about better eating habits while eating cookies and cake and candy. You all have come together as a class to help each other out and cheer one another along. And now we are here, the pinning ceremony. You all have written dedications for your pens, which will be read in just a moment. But what I want you to do is when you look at the pen presented to you tonight, I hope that you feel a sense of pride. It was not an easy task with nights of studying, I'm sure some tears, having to balance life, work, mom at home, other challenges than just coming to class. It's not an easy feat being an adult student. You had to put forth effort to come to class, to take notes, and to study. You had to put in 25 hours plus a week of free labor, but we know that it was not free. You gained a priceless experience with your clinical rotation at UVA and CVS. Do not take for granted the work you have put in. As a pharmacy technician, you have the responsibility to do all that you can do for each and every patient, seen and unseen. I believe over the course of this program, you know how important our job is. You're not just a pharmacy technician who just counts pills. You have to calculate. You have to compound IV bags. You have to greet everyone with a smile, even if it's not your best day. This pen says that you have made it. Congratulations. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. As I extend to all students, this is not the end of our relationship. Whatever it is that you need after this point, I am a phone call, a text, or an email away. That did come from last year's speech, because I know some of you all are looking, but I do sincerely mean it. We've grown to be an extended family. When I sincerely say that I am proud of each and every one of you. We may have had some struggles over the semesters, but you are here, not taking anything away from what you have done and what you have put in. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations, and let's get to penning.
Christopher Paul Broun. I would like to start by thanking my friends and family for giving me the support and encouragement needed to complete the pharmacy technician program and the successful accomplishment of board certification. Next, I would like to thank my classmates and my coworkers for tutoring on difficult subjects. Different insights and explanations help with understanding the topics. Finally, to my teacher, Ms. Green, thank you very much for your informative, interesting, and challenging year. Your instruction has led to a successful certification for the pharmacy techs. It has been interesting, fast-paced, and enjoyable. Colleen Coman. I'd like to thank my family for all their support and encouragement that has always been there, but came out in spades over the last year. My parents for always seeing in me the ability to do something I never imagined. My sister for always making time to offer assistance, especially when it came time for drug calculations. My husband, who, even while working, made sure things around the house were taken care of so I could focus on schoolwork. To my boys, thank you for understanding that sometimes Mommy couldn't play because she needed to study. Lastly, I'd like to thank my classmates and Ms. Green for being so patient with me, randomly blurting out questions, and for not complaining when we had to work through the thousandth powder volume problem because it took me 2 semesters to finally get it. Ciara Autumn Lily Detimore. I would like to dedicate my pen to my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't have the drive nor the ability to do everything I have accomplished. From the love and support to their
well-earned lectures. They were there every step of the way. In addition, I would also like to thank my brothers for helping me study. Even when it wasn't helpful, they made me laugh. My boyfriend for not killing me when I lost my mind over stressing. All my classmates for the laughs and the time we have spent together. And last but not least, Miss Green. Lord knows we have given her a run for her money some days, but she got us through. Malorie Nicole Martin. To my parents, family, and friends, I would like to thank you all for supporting me in the journey to becoming a pharmacy technician, and for never doubting me in anything that I do. Special thanks to my boyfriend for being patient with me and taking a break from all the fun to help me study for midterms while on vacation at the Cape. To my grandma, Julia, although you were not physically present to see me complete my journey, I know you were there with me in spirit. I hope I made you all proud, and I hope I continue to make you proud. You have been wonderful, and I appreciate and love you more than you'll ever know. Lastly, to Miss Green and my classmates, thank you all for making this experience one that I will never forget. I wish you all the best. Madeline Cortez Richner. I want to dedicate my pin to my mom, who has been there for me the whole time, and especially my angel in heaven, my dad, who I know is always watching over me and would be very proud of my accomplishments. This pin means a lot to me because of the 5 years it took me to get to this ceremony today. Whitney Nicole Simmons. I want to thank my family and friends for sticking by me and helping me through this program and just being there for me. Also to Professor Green for doing the same for all of us and always being there to help us with anything we needed. Amanda Brooke Smallwood. I dedicate all of my accomplishments, including this pin, to my lovely daughter, Chloe Smallwood. Sarah Ann Thomas. To my parents who did everything they could to support me physically with hope for my future, and to my friends and sisters who supported me emotionally. Thank you. I couldn't have gone all the way through without you.
Okay, so the last bit of our program is just to give out a few awards to some of the students. It's not easy being an adult student. Life happens. I know as I went through school, there were some days that I did not necessarily want to go to class or do my best. But these students that I'm about to name have maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout the entire program, and I think that's something to be highlighted and celebrated. So if we could give a hand to everyone just for the accomplishment, and then I will present. So the first award for maintaining a 4.0 grade point average in the pharmacy technician program is Ms. Colleen Coleman. The next recipient of this award is Ms. Malorie Martin. So she said I really didn't have to do this. So just to embarrass her just a little bit more, because that's what family does, during the spring semester, Ms. Martin was also awarded as an outstanding student, and there was a ceremony that, because it wasn't on the day that we had class, our classmates weren't there. So just to congratulate you again on that award, Ms. Martin, great job. And the last recipient is Ms. Amanda Smallwood. Congratulations. Thank you all again for attending this pinning ceremony for these students. Sometimes when you have a program that ends in the summer, it's not fair for students to wait for a commencement next May to participate in signifying that they have completed a program. What I want you all to know is that you all are near and dear to my heart. I am going to miss you in the fall semester. You are welcome to come speak to the new class as I extend that invitation to everyone every year. But I just want you all to know that I am very proud of you. It's not an easy thing, again, to go to school and to complete something. Sometimes it's hard to start. It's even harder to finish, and you all have finished, and I am proud of you. We need to get a picture so I can put a picture of you all in my office as well, but I sincerely mean that after this, it does not mean that you do not have access to me. I want to hear about your accomplishments. I want to hear about your successes, and maybe sometimes even some things that you may need a little help on, trials, tribulations. We have created a relationship, somewhat of an extended family, and I want you all to know that I'm not going away. I'm here. You know where my office is. You have my phone number. Many of you have used it a number of times, which is fine. But again, I just want to say congratulations, and I am so very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you again also to the family and friends that have come to support our students. It means a lot to have faces seeing and being here present to witness and be a part of their journey in completing becoming a pharmacy technician. So thank you again for coming this evening.
This is for you. Oh, we just wanted to say thank you and let you know how much we appreciate you, really, how much you did for us, and we love you. You're our family too. So I'm gonna hug everybody. You're still a part of it. Thank you very much. I will miss you guys. This is what we organized. Thank you very much. She is. She's good.
Thank you for everything.
You're absolutely welcome. Pleasure. You're welcome.
And then we do have refreshments in the, I think it's called the North Gallery, but right behind here. So please come have some punch, take some cake home, because there might be a lot. But thank you again so much for coming.